And welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3. Last time, we had another full moon boss fight, and we may potentially have a new party member. But we're gonna have to wait to see how Fuka feels after she recovers enough to actually discuss what happened with us. Since she's a Persona user, she'll remember all too well what happened, unlike Natsuki, who probably will only vaguely recall what happened. Anyways, since we technically, gallivanted about the Dark Hour last night, we can get a, boost of medicine from Mr. Edogawa, so may as well do that. Here, try this, blah blah blah. And today we are going to be hanging out with Kaz to advance the Chariot social link. We're making good progress on that in Reload. It is at rank 7 currently. Nothing seems to have changed, but we are now more courageous. And we are getting quite close to the cap for courage here, so just a few more boosts and we will be able to do the last thing that we need courage for. Anyway, I'm trying to find the best way to word that, and I'm just kind of like stalling out mentally. Anyways, I feel like I might grow closer to Kaz soon, so let's go hang out with him, and let's get Chariot rank 7.
Yeah.
Doesn't Miyamoto seem slower lately?
Yeah, he's not keeping his usual pace.
He thinks he'll make it to the Nationals like that?
You guys have nothing better to do? Why don't you give me a hand with the laundry? The only thing they're good at is kicking up dirt. Hey, Kaz! Coach wants to see you in the office.
Okay, be right there.
Hey. Never mind. I think we can wrap up practice for today.
I started on my way back to dorm after the practice.
Hey! Let's walk home together. So, Coach told me my performance has been slipping. I know you didn't say anything. I just think he can tell something's up.
How's your knee, man? Are you able to work through it?
It's sore, sure, but I managed to make it through practice today. He said I'd be suspended from the team if I'm hurt, but I told him I was fine. I've already missed practice 3 times this year. I'm gonna have to seriously step up my game. Otherwise, I won't be able to keep my promise to my nephew.
Yeah, man, you gotta be hard like iron.
You're right. In the end, it's the toughest one who wins. I've decided that I'll take my chances for my nephew's sake, even if I mess up my knee for the rest of my life. If that happens, I want you to be the next captain.
Miyamoto opened up about his decision. I feel like we're becoming closer. Have to admit, this is a little heavy. I don't think you should be thinking like that while you're still in high school, but then again, Kaz doesn't seem like one to plan too much for the future.
It's, not exactly the happiest topic. That's just the worst case scenario. I'm gonna keep my promise, win the meet, then the Nationals. Then I'll take care of my knee. Nothing can stop me now.
I walked part of the way home with Miyamoto. Well, I have a lot to ruminate on tonight. But, besides that, let's see who welcomes us home. Kirija-senpai and Sanada-senpai went to the hospital to pay Yamagishi-san a visit. Wonder if she's alright. Interestingly, Yukari did not mention the antique shop like she did in FES. I bet Kirija-senpai and Sanada-senpai are trying to convince Yamagishi-san to join our team. That worries me. I don't know. I mean, she's gonna be experiencing the Dark Hour anyway, so I feel like it would be better if she was with good company for that. Kirija-senpai and Sanada-san are both at the hospital checking up on Yamagishi. That means no Tartarus tonight. Guess we gotta find something random to do to kill some time. Well, I know exactly what to do. We're meeting G over there. Hey, I was thinking. Do you think Kirija-senpai saved Yami? Oh, hey, this is the thing that she has said when we first got back to school in the other versions of the game. She has good intentions, Yukari. Please don't be so cynical. Yeah. You're right. Well, I guess it's really up to Yamagishi-san whether she wants to join us. Sorry to bring this up out of the blue. And once again, we have a lecture awaiting us. Are we up to the Kamakura era yet? I guess not. Oh man, we haven't even reached the Nara era. Well, let's just power through it real quick. First, the Taika reforms. They happened in the year 645. Just remember that and we can move on. Huh? What were they about? Oh, nothing major, really. Later on, in 710, there was the Heijo Kyo. Okay, that wraps up the Nara era. I'm feeling sleepy. Should I close my eyes for a few minutes? Of course not. We're trying to learn here. What, you actually want more? Okay, here's a question for you then. What's the name of the anthology consisting of 4,500 poems, give or take, leading up to the Nara era? You know what? I don't feel like picking on anyone today. I'll just tell you. It's the Manyoshu. We're supposed to cover the Kokin Wakashu, too, but I don't really care. Ask Mr. Akoda, if you want. I don't care about any of this. I just want to get to the Sengoku era. I can hear it calling for me. So, not the most enthusiastic teacher I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, nothing special to take care of today. We're just going to hang out with Yuko. How's it going? Do you remember how I agreed to coach those kids for the race? I know they've been waiting for me, but do you have time to tag along? I don't know if I can do it alone. I'd love some of your advice. Well, I feel like we should be able to help Yuko, and we do have Valkyrie at our disposal, so we might be able to get closer to her. Why not? I think it's a good idea. You know about the nightclub at Polonia Mall, right? I never really cared for it since the place seems kind of sketchy. I hear a weird crowd hangs around there. Like, there's some guy dressed as a monk partying hard every night. There's no way he's a real monk, right? Are monks even allowed to drink alcohol? Yuko cluing us into another social link in Persona 3 Reload. Hell yeah, those kids have really been getting on my case about this whole coaching thing. The track's open since there's no practice today, so I'm wondering if I should just do it. Heck yeah, let's go! Okay, great. I'm gonna ask the teacher for permission to use the track then. I'll see you at the field. Counting on you, Coach.
Straighten your back. And don't forget to swing your arms.
Coach! Guess what? Guess what? I beat Yuki-chan! I swung my arms really hard, just like you said.
Wow, seriously? That's amazing. Okay, next time I want you to try running with your toes raised. You'll go even faster that way.
Got it, Coach!
Phew. I did a lot of research on this, so I'm glad to see it's actually working. I mean, now that I've agreed to coach them, I gotta do a good job, right? I even used the school library for the first time to put together a training routine. I gotta say though, I'm amazed how much their times have improved just from correcting their form. Elementary school kids really learn fast, don't you think?
Well, it's not just that. You also teach well.
Oh, I don't know about that. But hearing you say so does make me feel like I can do anything. These kids really give it their all. Oh,
Thousand Demon Sprint! Okay, one more round.
hey, hold on a second. You're all supposed to be on break right now. It's important to take time to get good rest. Kids your age need to be careful not to overdo it. You could get really hurt.
Yeah, but there's no time for that. We can keep going. Come on, we gotta show our fighting spirit.
I suppose we do only have so many days to train here. I don't know. What do you think? Should I change the training routine? Maybe they should be running more.
Hey, I think it's in your hands, Yuko. You're the expert here.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I am the one who did all the research on how to avoid straining yourself. All right, listen up. I'm your coach now, so you stop running when I tell you to stop. That's a promise you've got to keep. But in return, I'll make sure you get faster than you've ever been. How does that sound? Think you can keep that promise?
Monty, Coach, you're on fire.
What did you just call me? All right. Those who agree to the terms, go back to your break.
Okay.
Oh, sometimes I can't tell if they're actually listening to me or not. This kind of feels good, doesn't it? Like some coming-of-age story. So, thanks for giving your input earlier. Honestly, if I was on my own, I would have let them keep running. I'm glad I asked you to coach with me. It means a lot having you here.
Yuka is starting to trust me more. I feel like our relationship has grown. And we've hit the halfway marker for yet another social link at rank 5 for strength. Doing good, doing good.
Oh, by the way, the kids seem like they want to run with you. Do you think you could do just one lap? It'd be setting a good example for them.
Alright, but I'm going to win because I am fiercely competitive like that. I practiced with the children until the sun went down. I should head back to the dorm. Kirija-senpai and Sanada-san are both visiting Yamagishi today, too, so that leaves us on standby at the dorm. I wonder if she'll come home soon. Fuka-chan! She hasn't agreed to join, though, right? I hope she's not being pressured by them or anything. Yukari! Yeah, you gotta let that cynical streak go to rest. I hope Kirija-senpai and Sanada-senpai aren't pressuring her to join us if she doesn't want to. Sometimes it feels like they'd do anything to achieve our goal, you know? I think you're just reading a little too harshly into it, and even then, it is an important thing. Finally, a new addition to this dorm. Oh man, I'm so stoked. Maybe I should clean my room. Let's not get crazy here, Junpei. Junpei seems to have a much more favorable read on the situation here, which honestly, I think I might kind of agree with him. I think Yukari's being a little too cynical about it. But that's neither here nor there, because we've got something else to do today. Not anything too major, just a bit of a mix-up to the routine we've been following recently. If we head over to the Net Cafe, we'll find that they got some new software for us to purchase. Language Made Easy. We've got Animal Othello. Adults need courage to play this because it's PC software for children. Okay. And then PC software that requires courage to defeat zombies through typing. Huh. That's another one that sounds kind of familiar. Probably just overthinking it. Anyway, I could play this on my own computer, or I could just do it with absolutely no privacy. I think I'm going to do it without privacy. Language Made Easy. There are conversational dialogues paired with pictures for overseas travelers. The protagonist wants to go to the airport, but keeps getting distracted on the way. I watch as they speak with broken grammar to get a discounted burger. Eventually, the protagonist overcame the language barrier and reached the airport. I feel more confident in my speaking skills now. And we get a nice boost to our academics for doing so. It's gotten late. I should head back to my room. Haha, guess who forgot to save at the end of the recording for the last FES segment? Yeah, I had to replay a little bit of the game, and it was slightly less than desirable. On the bright side, I had saved my progress after my money farming, which I didn't realize, so I ended up farming for a little bit longer, so, well, at least I'm doing well on yen for now. We're not going to be running into any financial problems. Since we have a good surplus of cash here, let's just quickly give Tanaka a second shot of 10,000 yen. Don't have to worry about any potential problems from that going forward. And we are going to check out something new in FES. Something that is not yet available in Reload, because for some reason it got pushed back a bit. Also, sorry if the recording looks a little fuzzy right now. I'll adjust my HDMI converter once I'm done with this. But let's take a look at what's going on in the antique shop, which opens after the third full moon. Officer Kurosawa tells me you're fighting against the shadows. To the public, this is merely an antique shop, but privately, I create weapons. They're not ordinary equipment, however. My methods involve fusing weapons with personas. How do you know about persona? But you'll need a material to assist in the process, such as Nihil Sword or Nihil Gloves. I'll give you one for free to start out with. Here you go. You obtained a Nihil sword. From now on, you'll need to find your own. The Golden Shadows carry such materials. There's another thing you should know, though. I'm still researching it, so I'm not certain of this. Depending on the persona you use in the fusion, you can create special weapons. All I can tell you is to experiment for yourself. Ah, I nearly forgot. If you bring me jewels, I'll trade the goods I carry here for them. So, quite a lot to take in there. This lady seems to be surprisingly knowledgeable, but we're actually going to start backwards from what she told us. The antique shop serves as basically Rag's jeweler of Persona 3. She will trade the gems we've been getting from random encounters recently for valuable items such as bead chains, chewing souls, precious eggs, bombs of life, purifying rice and curse paper, and all sorts of good items like homunculi, tack mirrors, and magic mirrors, which we could definitely use more of those, Deikaja gems, Dekunda gems, sutras, especially useful at this stage of the game, and all sorts of stuff, including gifts that we could give to girls we go on dates with. Not really anything I care about in this particular regard. On top of that, she also trades for stat boosting cards, so we can get, items to boost up our personas a ton late in the game. We'll need plenty of Onyx, so be very mindful of enemies that can drop Onyx. Now, let's go to the first thing that she mentioned, weapon fusion. This is actually a new mechanic to Persona 3 FES. In vanilla, the antique store was strictly a trading outpost for the items that we saw there. But now we can fuse weapons here using our personas. We need a Nihil piece of equipment, and then we can just fuse it with a persona and get a powerful weapon. Note that the weapon you get, the effect of it will depend on the arcana of the persona. So a strength persona gives us auto Tarukaja, but say we use the justice persona instead, we get the evade win skill. Note also that the attack power of the resultant weapon is also dependent on the current level of the persona. Not the base level, the current level. I believe the way it works is that if a persona has high strength and agility, they'll create a weapon that has high accuracy but lower attack power. If they have high magic or I want to say it's endurance. Might be getting a couple of those backwards. Strength is definitely the former, while magic is the latter. They will create a high attack power, low accuracy weapon, and if they are... Actually, no, wait. Strength. If it's strength or agility, I think is... or endurance, or whatever it is, it's a balanced weapon, and then if their highest stat is luck, it'll be a high accuracy, low power weapon. I think that's it. But note here that a level 17 persona like Pyrojack creates a substantially stronger weapon. Also, the Magician Arcana gives us the Evade Ice ability. So that's something to keep in mind there. You can make very, very powerful weapons via weapon fusion, and as she mentioned, Golden Shadows, rare forms, will now potentially drop Nihil equipment that we can use to make these fused weapons. Do note that a weapon that we create can be refused, so we created this Mother Saber. We can then fuse it with a new persona to just overwrite the old ability. Now, there is one last thing that I want to draw attention to. She mentioned special weapons. We'll actually see more unique takes on this later when we get specific personae, but Fools are an example of personae that create special weapons. When you fuse a Fool persona into a weapon, you instead get a weapon with an attack power of 1, a hit rate of 99, and a special ability dependent on the persona that you fused into it. Orpheus gives us the ability to potentially inflict enemies with any number of ailments that are available to inflict on an enemy in the game, except I think Shock and Freeze. I don't think that's in the pool for this, what this inflicts. Now, this isn't terribly useful, but there are a couple of very good abilities tied to Fool Personae, so keep this in mind. These can also be decent weapons for hitting rare forms, since they have high accuracy, though honestly, the joke weapons are better, because they have the same accuracy and a base attack power of 100, which tends to be a lot more competitive for most of the game. Alright, that is all we needed to take care of tonight in Persona 3 FES. Let me look at my schedule here. We're going to be getting some coffee tonight. Then we'll have a lecture coming up. We'll be hanging out with Temperance tomorrow, and then we'll reconvene on Thursday. Alright, let's get that taken care of. Leave me alone, Kenji. I'll get back to you. No, Kaz, we'll hang out later, please. Did you hear? No, I haven't. What happened? Mitsuru-senpai would want a man who likes to study. Maybe I should study more. If I became the smartest in my class, she might accept me even though I'm a girl. Hey, aim for the sky, okay? I believe in you. Yo, I think I forgot to formally mention also that I'll be working Quiz Game into the schedule now, because I have more than enough time to max out Charm before the deadline, so may as well get some extra academic boosts where I can, right? Chihiro, I was gonna hang out with you tomorrow anyway. Please, let me study. Meanwhile, in Persona 3 Portable, let's check out the antique store in this version of the game. Note that it functions mostly like it did in Persona 3 FES, but there are some additions and changes to it. One that I'm gonna get out right front is, first we get Avoid Naginata instead of Avoid One-Handed Sword, or a Nihil Sword, of course. But another thing to note is that some of these special weapons that she mentions here have different abilities in Persona 3 Portable. Not all of them, but a couple do, and generally the changes are for the worse, but we'll go over those when we get to them. It's gonna be a while before we can create any of the special weapons anyway. The more prominent change to make a comment on here is that some of the trade menus have been expanded. For instance, trading for cards, we can now trade for some skill cards, including some of the best skills in the game. Arms Master and Spell Master have the cost of HP and SP for skills, respectively, make it allow the strongest almighty skill in the game, for the most part. There's also some resist skills here that you can use to patch out weaknesses on your personae. The auto-buffing skills, although they're honestly not that helpful to purchase. The boost skills, Null Poison, Null Charm. The growth skills, particularly Growth 3, very handy. You'll definitely want to pick up one of these and start duping it later in the game. There's also the Invigorate and Regenerate line of skills. I'm not a huge fan of these, so I don't really pick these up, though the Regenerate line can be useful if you're playing to take on the game's ultimate bonus boss. We'll go over that, well, in a very long time. It's going to be a long while. The item menu has also seen some changes. This is where we get our fusion spells in Persona 3 Portable. Additionally, this is the only thing that Malachite is used for. Every single enemy in the game can drop Malachite, and you use it to trade for fusion spells as a primary material. Every fusion spell also requires a secondary, generally rarer gem. As you can tell, I have a lot of Malachite, but not a lot of the other type of spells. We're also not able to purchase too many spells. Oh, Summer Dream only takes Malachite. Too bad it's a garbage spell. But, let's see, we can get some Cadenza. Justice is also decently useful in this version of the game, although the fact that it takes diamonds instead of literally anything else is not that helpful. We can also get the Frolic spell, seeing this a bit earlier than we can see it in Persona 3 FES. This one's actually pretty interesting. It is functionally Medea Rahan, a multi-targeting healing spell that restores HP, your entire party's HP to full, but this one has a 30% chance of charming your party. It's checked for each individual person it's cast on, so it's not all or nothing. It doesn't either not charm anyone or charm everybody. It is determined for each character. There are ways to work around this, and particularly in FES, make this spell actually pretty useful, which we'll go over that in due time. But that's the main thing I want to go over here. We're also going to want to let ourselves get fleeced by Tanaka over here, so he's gonna give us the same spiel about the unfortunate information regarding our investment, when really he's just stealing our money. And now we are going to play an arcade game. Of course, it is going to be Horror House, and I may need to reload my save, just in case my fatigue from the full moon event doesn't carry over into tomorrow. So if that happens, I will just reload my save, of course. Starting the morning off, we get our Auto Tarukaja spell. Not sure if I'll teach that to anything right away, but it might be worthwhile to head to Naganaki Shrine to start duping it. Rolling into Wednesday, first order of business, of course, is to hit the nurse's office. Luckily, my tiredness persisted on the first try, so I didn't have to reload my save at all. I also stopped by Naganaki Shrine to get that Auto Tarukaja card boosting up. Incidentally, we're badass now. Great, great. The maxed out our courage in Persona 3 Portable. Don't need to worry about that anymore. Don't need to worry about, trying to carry my fatigue in the following day. And you know what? What the heck? Why don't we go use the bathroom to try and celebrate? Of course, we're playing as a girl, so we need to use the ladies' room. And this functions much like it did in Persona 3 FES. We get a toilet sound, and we have like a 50-50 shot of our condition improving. Additionally, you can also have your mind wander. You recall that there's a TV shopping program that shows on Sunday afternoons. What product could they be offering next? Sometimes when using the bathroom in Persona 3 Portable, you'll get reminders like that. I believe it also does this in Reload, though there isn't really any reason to do that in Reload. But yeah, we're badass now. We've got that card duping. I'll pick it up, and we should have a couple copies by the time we return to Tartarus this full moon cycle. And now we are going to be hanging out with Rio today. Hey, what's up? We have practice today. Are you going after this? Let's see, and we got the Zokoten, so we should be able to become even closer. Let's go to practice. Hey, you look psyched. Rio seems happy. Gekkakan, hi, Jim. You and Rio are practice playing volleyball in the empty gym. That's it. Always keep your knees in mind. Alright, I'll serve next, so... Oh. Hey, Rio! Your classmate, Kenji, came by. Kenji, what do you want? I've got some homework that I just don't understand at all. Could you do it for me instead, or tell me how to do it? Homework? I bet you just slept through class again. What do I get in return? Ooh, so you're up for it. Lucky me. I'll give you my love in return. Love, baby! Nobody needs that. How about you buy me a special at Hagakure? Yikes, that's steep. Okay, I'll be waiting around until you're done. Yeah. Kenji leaves. Oh, sorry. Ended up loafing around. Hey, that's, aren't you being a little too nice to him, doing his homework for him? You mean the homework? He's pretty stupid, so I doubt he'll be able to do it by himself. It's been like this since preschool, so he's pretty reliant on me. It's like a younger brother to me. Rio shrugs and laughs. He's been coming here a lot lately. He's starting to be a pest. Well, what's the matter? Sorry, it isn't much of a practice with just two people. Rio mumbles. Why don't you try apologizing? But Rio seems vexed. It's like, I don't want to pretend nothing happened, and I'm not going to say this is my fault. I know that I need to be more mature about this, but all that stuff about having never been in a relationship and stuff, it's none of their business. Don't let it get to you, Rio. Yeah, Rio still seems vexed. Zoe-san, do you have someone you like? No, not at the moment. It would be kind of funny to say nope even if you currently did have a boyfriend, but at the moment, we're a free agent. Is that so? Rio seems relieved. I don't get romance. It seems like so much trouble, and there's no big reward for doing it. Rio opened up to you a little. You feel like you understand Rio a little more now. And with that, we reach rank 4 of the Chariot social link. Not quite as intimate with Rio as we are with Kaz, but we'll get there, The volleyball social link has reached level 4. Ugh. Your power to create personas of the Chariot Arcana has grown. Let's get back to practice. I'll serve, Zoe-san, so you? It's okay if I could just call you Zoe. Sounds like it fits you better. Fair enough. You and Rio finished your practice and then went back to the dorm. And that's all we needed to do for today, so we will next head to the arcade and do the quiz game. Once again, we're just reminded that Fuka may be joining us. It's a message from Sonata. Yamagishi is being released from the hospital today. We'll all need to talk to her together. Come to the command room once you get back to the dorm. Alright, sounds good to me. Fortunately, we're also not going to be losing our nighttime slot tonight. Now, for what we need to do today in Reload, actually not that much. We're just gonna go hang out with Kaz, making even more progress on the Chariot social link. Hey, you're heading to practice, right? I'm feeling pretty good about myself today. Sorry, I had a little hiccup there. I feel as if I can glow closer, blah, 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 blah. Let's spend some time with the track team. Awesome! I can't get psyched up without you there. You feel me? Oh man, he's a real bro. I've been slowing down lately, so I gotta go twice as hard now.
Miyamoto!
What is it? And what's with this scary look?
What do you think you're doing?
Just practicing?
Well, that's enough practice for you. Get your butt to the nurse's office. The rest of you, get back to it.
nurse's office?
Miyamoto, did something happen?
Knew it! He's such a bad liar. You can totally tell he's going easy on one knee. I know you have something to do with this. Sorry, but you're coming too.
I headed to the nurse's office with Yuko.
I just had a call with your mom about your knee.
You're throwing caution to the wind, young man.
That blabbermouth.
I want you to stop before things get any worse. You got that?
Please don't do this to me. I need to practice.
I heard, Kaz.
Yuko! And you too?
Take some time off, Kaz. Practice can wait till you're all better.
I can't! I don't have time!
Huh? What's the rush? Why do you do these things to yourself?
You've been hanging around with Miyamoto lately, right? You must know what's going on.
Wait. He has nothing to do with this. I don't want you to get dragged into this. So I'll come clean.
Miyamoto is trying to protect me. I feel like we're becoming closer. Well, that's a bit of a dour note to get rank 8 on, but we have ranked up.
So, the truth is... And that's the gist of it. So I need to practice. I have to win. Or else...
I know how you feel, Miyamoto, but
It all depends on me if my nephew ever walks again.
So that's what's going on.
I don't mind if he competes in the regionals. It's just the individual competition, so we don't have to worry about him bringing us down.
hey, what happened to practice?
We were worried about Miyamoto.
Guys,
I'll let you keep training for now. We'll see how things go. But if I tell you to stop, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to listen, and I want you to go home today. Your mother will be upset with me if I let you stay.
sorry, Coach. Everyone,
I think we're done here. The rest of you, back to training.
I finished training with everyone and went back to the dorm. We'll have to hash things out with Miyamoto and see how he really feels on a later date, unfortunately.
So, you're Fukuyama Gishi-kun, right?
Yes.
Relax, there's no need to be nervous. Go on and have a seat.
Okay.
I just want to quickly mention that everyone did an excellent job uncovering the truth. And one other thing to report. I've heard that all 3 girls have regained consciousness.
That's great news.
From what I understand, they each came to the school around midnight and waited for the security guard to leave. Then, once the dark hour began, they were attacked by shadows near the gate. Because of the situation's similarities to an old ghost story, rumors naturally spread quickly.
I knew right from the beginning that it wasn't a ghost. It's all my fault. What? Where'd you get that from? You were the victim in all this. But all of those rumors started because I was absent for so long. That's totally not your fault.
I don't think we could have won that fight if you hadn't been there. You saved our lives. That's not something just anyone could have done. Take pride in that. You have a special power that you can use to help others.
A special power?
We call it Persona, and right now our group absolutely needs your abilities. Can we count on you to help us?
Are you asking me to join you?
That's right.
Yuricho-senpai.
Only if you want to, though. It's up to you.
I think you'd make a good addition to the team, too.
Sanada-senpai. Senpai. You know we're not trying to pressure you, so if you need some time to think about it...
I'll do it. It would be my honor.
What? Are you sure? If you do join, you'll have to move into the dorm.
That's fine. I'd rather live here than at home anyway.
Thank you. We really appreciate this. We'll have the school talk to your parents to resolve any issues.
Okay. Thank you.
Wait a minute. Aren't we dragging her into this a bit fast?
It's okay. Really.
One other topic I'd like to discuss is those special shadows. We had another encounter this month. While we still don't know where they're coming from, I do believe Sanada-kun is right. They seem to appear alongside the full moon. This, at least, will help us plan for the future.
So, the next full moon is showtime, huh?
Knowing when to expect them is a big advantage for us. Now, on the day of the fight, we'll be ready to get in the ring.
We figured out the pattern for when special shadows appear. Is this what the mysterious boy was trying to tell me? I should start paying attention to the moon's phases. But even more than that, our ranks have swelled. Fuka Yamagishi has joined our party. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. And everybody's got new things to say, so let's talk around for a bit. I know she technically made the decision on her own, but it didn't seem like Yamagishi-san was really given much of a choice to me. I don't like this. Well, remember, Yukari, keep it in mind. She's going to be experiencing the Dark Hour no matter what, so I do think it's in her best interest if she's among good company, other Persona users. Kirito-kun and Sanada-kun left to walk Yamagishi-kun home. It's late, after all. Still, today was a great day for us all. We gained a new power and learned more about shadows. We're entering the next phase of our battle. We can't just sit on our hands either. I'd say we could use a new trick up our sleeves. What do you mean, Chairman? Doesn't sound like you were leading into a pun there. Dude, she's the exact opposite of Yucatan. Smart, kind of... Okay, hopefully Yukari didn't hear that. Hey, Cullen, what do you think of her? Not bad? Right? Finally, a nice change of pace. Okay, that was not the angle I was expecting him to take that. Anyway, I'll eat just a little bit of the fish. Every bite fills my mouth with flavor and my brain with omega-3s. It's exactly what I think when I eat sushi. Alright, in Persona 3 FES for 611, we're not doing too much today. We're going to be hanging out with Chihiro, and then we're going to be playing a photo sticker in the afternoon. Also, we'll be getting the same cutscene with Fuka in the command room tonight. Now, actually cutting into the social link here, we've got something pretty notable happening. It seems like things are getting serious with Chihiro. She might get upset if you go out with another girl. This is the infamous forced romances of Persona 3 FES's social links. When you social link enough with a female compatriot, classmate, whatever, she will eventually, or rather the link will eventually become romantic. And if you happen to hang out with another girl when you hit this point, you get a penalty for it. Normally, you can neglect a female social link for 60 days, but if they are jealous and you trigger their jealousy, that countdown gets reduced by 15 days. So say 4 days in a row I just hung out with a girl other than Chihiro, her social link would reverse, I would be denied its benefits, and I'd need to get a relationship fortune in order to correct that. In Persona 3 Vanilla, there was no way to correct this if it happened, so you gotta be pretty careful about that. This is a pretty widely hated aspect of Persona 3 Vanilla and FES's social linking, and they pretty wisely dropped this forced romance angle for social links in every subsequent Persona game. Hey, our charm also changed from smooth to popular. Yuko, no, I'll get back to you. And coming into 6-11 in Persona 3 Portable, luckily my tiredness has cleared, which honestly doesn't matter that much at this point, but it's just nice to see. And we're going to be hanging out with Junpei today. His link has been picking up recently, so I'm interested to see what happens this time. And since we have Pyrojack or Jack-O-Lantern, we, of course, will get a bonus with him. Let's stop by somewhere. Junpei seems happy. You went to Todai Strip Mall, Hagakure Ramen. You and Junpei chatted about all kinds of things over your food. If we keep eating ramen all the time, we might end up with some extra flab. You better start being careful, you know? Hey, what are you implying? You might be fine now, but you don't want to be a tub in 10 years, you know? Hey, that's yeah, shut it. So hostile. Isn't the first time you thought of it, huh? Ah, he's trolling us. Still, man, you ever wonder what we'll be doing in 10 years? I don't really want to think about it. Junpei seems to stare off into the distance. It's okay, Junpei, you'll be a great man. You really think so? Hearing it from you definitely makes my day. Junpei seems extremely happy. Lately, when I do stuff like watch TV or read manga, I can't concentrate. Junpei fiddles with his chopsticks. It's like, I don't know, I keep thinking, is this how I should be? I wonder if there's anything only I can do. Junpei mutters as if to himself. Come on! let's lighten the mood. Your brown-nosing abilities? Whoa, that's pretty harsh. I'd rather say that I'm good at knowing my audience. When I think about this Persona stuff, it's like I have a personal mission, but I don't understand it at all. Maybe I don't even have a mission like that. That's what I'm afraid of. I got all these pent-up emotions that I can't figure out. Do you have anything like that? Like, do you ever think about what you can do? All the time! I see. I mean, you don't seem like that at all. I guess that's another thing that's amazing about you. Junpei laughs. You sense that Junpei has been open with you about his troubles. Sounds like Junpei is at a bit of a crossroads in his life and a bit uncertain for the future, but I'm sure he'll find something that only Junpei can do in his Junpei way, his Jun way. Oh, what were we talking about? I guess talking about serious stuff once in a while isn't so bad. You and Junpei talked for a while before going back. That was nice, that was nice. Anyways, tonight we will be going to Print Club, and of course we also have a cutscene. Hitting the Print Club has also made us angelic. Beautiful, beautiful. We're getting close to capping this out too, at rank 5 in Persona 3 Portable.
Morning.
Good morning. Hey Zeller-kun, what do you think of Yamagishi-san? She's very helpful. She might get a little annoyed if I say the top one. That's all you have to say? I mean, yeah, her Persona ability is pretty amazing, but doesn't it seem like she really oh my god, Yukari, let it go! I hope she'll be okay. Sorry, like, she's really hanging on this point. Maybe if I wasn't talking to her as much, it wouldn't seem as repetitive, but...
Hey, did you hear? Apparently, Mr. Akoda's in hot water.
Really? What'd he do?
I don't know, but I think it's serious. Sexual harassment, maybe?
I can totally see that. Good morning.
Hey, look! It's the ghost girl!
Quiet, she can hear you. Oh, Fuka, you're here. Moriyama-san?
I heard you started living in the dorms.
Yes.
You're looking glum today, as usual. Well, if you got something on your mind, you can always talk to me. You could probably use a friend, huh?
Moriyama-san.
Come on, you don't gotta be so stiff. Just call me Natsuki.
Thank you.
Alright, it looks like a return to relative normalcy for Fuka, and she's got a new friend. Well, yesterday's enemies is tomorrow's friends, I suppose. Anyways, we're not hanging out with— as soon as I can navigate these desks, we're not hanging out with Kenji and we're not hanging out with Kaz today. Instead, we're going to be hanging out with the decidedly more surly Hidetoshi. So let's go hit him up and see how he's doing today.
Sorry you went out of your way to stop by, but it was a quick meeting. Everyone left already. It's nice not having those hyenas around.
You're not going home yet, man?
There's something I want to take care of before I go home. It's that cigarette butt in the boys' bathroom. I have to hurry and narrow down my suspects. So, as you can see, we can't exactly hold a meeting right now. You can leave if you want.
Hey, man, I just got here. I don't want to leave you high and dry.
I see. If you're not in a hurry, can you spare a few minutes? I'd like to share something. A man without position, honor, or education? What does he cling to as he struggles through life? Sincerity, a man once told me. Do you want to know what happened to that man? Well, a TV anchorwoman was injured on the job while reporting on a story. The TV station executives deemed it an unfortunate accident. But when a magazine caught wind that they were hiding something, the execs threw the writer under the bus. They said it was the writer who covered up the truth. They turned him into a scapegoat. And now, that man is blacklisted from the TV industry. His life's calling. The same man who taught me the meaning of sincerity. In today's society, the weak are preyed upon by the strong. You can't survive on sincerity alone. As for me, I want to lead an organization that fosters strength. And to do that, order is essential if I want to keep those with power in check.
Yeesh, did we just wander into somebody's lost creed in a mainline SMT game? Anyways, Odagiri spoke with passion. His words seemed truly heartfelt. I feel like we're becoming better friends. Well, I'll take my own word for it. We're at rank 6 for the Emperor social link.
Well, seems like a good spot to call it a day. Shall we head out together?
Hey, no problem. Just don't hit me with any more manifestos. I walked part of the way home with Odagiri. Sup, dude? Oh yeah, I hear Fuka's moving into one of the rooms on the 3rd floor. But the girls put their foot down when I offered to help. Said us guys aren't allowed. Hey, anyways, looks like she'll be coming here pretty early tomorrow. Exciting stuff, huh? Yeah, I wonder if we've got any Tartarus expeditions planned. How's it going, Junpei? The girls said no guys allowed, but what if they need more help carrying the heavier stuff? Well, I guess they'll call for us if they really need the help. Hey, it looks like Junpei's being sincere for once. What is it? If you're looking for Mitsuda and Takaba, they're on the 3rd floor. Sounds like they're getting Yamagishi's room ready, so I doubt we'd be of much use. Unless, like, I found a cockroach or something. Anyway, let's just get on with our business for tonight. I'll leave them to it. We're going to be playing Animal Othello today, because apparently this will make us more courageous. Animal Othello? This looks like a game where you play Othello against cutely drawn animals. The elephant begins to bawl after I beat it in Othello. I keep playing and the cute animals continue to weep when they lose. I managed to make all the animals break into tears. They seem to be staring through the screen with big, pitiful puppy eyes. I feel like this experience has strengthened my mental fortitude. Okay, well, that's one way to get courage, I suppose. And hey, we are now a certified badass! Hell yeah! It's gotten late. I should head back to my room.
You've prevailed yet again. Do you remember what I said before about everything coming to an end? Well, I recalled something else. I'm pretty sure the end is unavoidable. But it's kind of weird. It doesn't feel that inevitable right now, considering the vast potential inside you. Plus, it seems like your powers changed quite a bit. Hey, if you don't mind, can I be your friend? I'm really curious about you. What do you say?
Oh, I mean, I don't have any problems with that, but we're gonna need a name.
Name? Oh, I see. I need a name. My name is Pharaohs. I know we'll get along great.
I can feel the beginnings of a bond with the mysterious boy, Pharaohs.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Death Arcana.
And we have established the Death social link. This is an automatic social link that will go up as we progress the story. No further effort required on our part. As you can probably imagine, the Death Arcana is geared towards darkness-type magic, with the emphasis on insta-death in FES and Reload, or Portable, and more, balanced offensive capabilities with the Aga line of spells in Reload, so pretty handy to have once they get into the higher tiers of their magic. Definitely a Arcana to keep an eye on.
Well, it's getting late, so I'm going now. I can hardly wait until the next time we meet. Bye-bye.
And for today in FES, we'll be spending some time with Bebe. Seems a little upset about something, though. But that's not all we're going to be doing today in FES. We will also be making the last payment to Tanaka and starting his social link, which conveniently you can just do whenever. Normally he's only available on Tuesdays and Saturdays, but until we start the social link, we can pay him at any time, which I am going to do so. Now, I'm not going to be doing his social link on Saturdays, because that day we will have Quiz Game to play. But Tuesday is, of course, the day where House of Horrors is available, or Horror House, or whatever it is. I keep mixing the names of these games up all the time. So we can do that with no problem for a very particular reason on Tuesdays. And the reason who's calling me? Bebe, I'm sorry, I know you're dealing with a tragedy, but I'm busy. Anyways, the reason that social linking with Tanaka on Tuesday won't matter is because we're not going to hit an arcade game anyway. I can afford to miss the coffee bonus, and we still get the late night segment. So we can still study on nights when we social link in Persona 3 FES. Makes it very easy and profitable, really. We're getting a social link bonus, and we're still getting an academics bonus. Wonderful, wonderful. But yeah, so Tuesdays will be dedicated to Tanaka for the foreseeable future. And rounding things out for 6/12 on Persona 3 Portable, we've got a rousing day of hanging out with Yukari, getting some coffee, and also establishing the Death social link. Should be a fun time.
Good morning.
Good morning, Zeller. Yamagishi will be living in the dorm with us starting today, and from this point on, she'll be providing us support with support in Tartarus at night. That means I can start joining battles again. Hey, that's reassuring, Mitsuru. I'm sure you'll be a great help. Yes, you can depend on me. Even if I'm a bit slow starting out, rest assured that I'll catch up to you in no time at all.
Oh, good. You're all here. I know this is sudden, but the chairman will be coming by again this evening. I'd like everyone to gather at the usual place tonight.
He just came by the other day. Something happened?
Apparently, he's prepared some special gifts for us. I know it'll be busy with Yamagishi moving into the dorm, but I'd appreciate it if you could all come by.
Special? Does that mean we can expect something good?
I don't know. This is Ikutsuki-san we're talking about. He's probably just gonna tell us some new joke he made up.
Regardless, we do actually have something pretty important lined up tonight, and it's something that is new to Persona 3 Reload, so that's going to be extra good. But before we get to that, we actually have quite a bit we need to take care of during the afternoon today, because we've got a slew of new requests coming in from Elizabeth, so let's see what she's got for us here. I can see that you are living quite the fulfilling life between nurturing your bonds and striving for self-improvement. This is less of a reward and more of a gift from me to you. Please take it. And of course we get our loadout of Twilight fragments. I still cannot foresee the limits of your potential. I look forward to witnessing you grow even further. But that's neither here nor there. We, of course, want to see what requests she has for us. And she's got a lot of things for us. Let's see, we got the triangular sword. Please bring me a triangular sword. Your hint, it was originally used for dueling. If you need help figuring out, perhaps you ought to try asking one of your close friends. Sometimes it's most wise to ask others for assistance. Alright. I want to look fashionable. I heard that humans are all greatly fixated on their appearances. Therefore, I'd like to try my hand at dressing up as well. If you don't mind terribly, could you please bring me a fashion item that would suit me? I believe you could find something in a place where people often gather to mingle. I'll be looking forward to it. Interesting. And of course, let's see, she wants us to bring her a weapon, wants us to fuse a Mithrus that is level 26, that'll be a little bit way off. We could also fulfill this Persona fusion requirement, level 23 Persona. Let's see, 20 fusions, third old document, okay, potent medicine, eh? Let's see here, like to be gifted a bouquet of flowers, and then just a bunch of stuff that we already have throughout here. So let's pick up these. I hear there's a custom in your world in which a bouquet of flowers is given to a woman. I, too, would like to receive such a gift, a bouquet of flowers. Therefore, I request that you bring me roses of the deepest crimson that would stand out brilliantly in our ultramarine-colored world. I shall be awaiting the loveliest bouquet of roses from you. Okay, and then potent medicine here. I hear there exists a research lab called Nurse's Office within the learning facility you attend. Experiments ranging from the scientific to the supernatural are conducted there all day and night for the sake of humanity's health. Apparently, aside from ordinary medicine, potentially lethal ones are also created there. That said, I'd like you to negotiate with the master of the nurse's office to bring me that potent medicine. Well, we just so happen we'll be able to do that tomorrow, so, oh, actually, no, not tomorrow, unfortunately. We'll be able to get it done in due time, though, in due time. That's all we have for now, so let's get to work on completing some of these requests that we have. For our first order of business, we can of course get a bouquet of flowers from the flower shop. What kind of flowers are you looking for today? Well, we want a rose bouquet, of course. Let's just get this and pop back on over to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I have a gift for you. I just wanted to turn in that request real quick. It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. Oh my, is this the bouquet of roses I asked for? They're gorgeous. Thank you for this lovely gift, truly. I heard that in the language of flowers, the meaning of a bouquet depends on how many stalks there are. So, this bouquet means? I'll look more into the matter. Please take this as your reward. And we get a costume, female winter garb. Next, we get another request. I want Jack Frost dolls. I hear there are Jack Frost dolls in your world. I would like 3 of those dolls, please. 1 for me to love, 1 to display, and 1 to promote his adorableness. Okay, I can support that. Now, this is actually tied into something we haven't really looked into up until this point, because, well, there really hasn't been much reason to. But next to the arcade is a crane game. Now, in Persona 3 FES and Portable, you can only play it 1 game at a time, and it's very slow and tedious to get prizes from this. But in Reload, they have added an option that will allow you to play until you either get a prize or run out of money. And I believe you, let me check my guide here, let's see. You get it after at least 5 attempts, so the most a single Jack Frost could cost you is 1,000 yen. I got it! This one cost us 600 yen. So let me just get the rest of the Jack Frost that I need. And if you're wondering what these are normally for, these can be given as gifts and dates, which obviously pretty useless to us, but we do need to do this for a quest. Alright, Elizabeth, I got all your Jack Frosts. So let's turn those in real quick. It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. The physical manifestation of Jack Frost. Yes, no doubt, it's a Jack Frost doll. I'm greatly fond of Jack Frost. May I touch it? Oh my, so soft. To be honest, I was conflicted over what sort of Jack Frost request to make. I also considered asking you to nurture him until he reaches level 99, but I'm glad I chose to make this request in the end since I've gotten such a cute doll out of it. That said, I would still love to see Jack Frost at his strongest one day. Please take this as your reward. And we get some Twilight fragments for our efforts. How delightful. Alright, let's move on. We're going to be hanging out with Yuko today, so let's get it underway. I was thinking of coaching those kids some more. They were really looking forward to it. I feel like we can grow stronger, Yuko, so why not? Great, thanks! I did a bunch of research on my end for this, so let's give him a real workout.
We only have so much time to train here, so you have to practice on your own if you want to win.
Yeah, we can do that.
Good. And don't forget, know your limits and make sure you stretch properly. Oh, why don't you give them some advice, too?
Let's see, what would be a good thing to say here? How about show some guts?
Yeah! Guts! Spirit! You can do it. I know you can. Now listen, no matter what, think positive and don't give in to fear.
The kids went home after finishing their training.
Those kids are going to challenge the 6th graders soon. Apparently, the winners will get to use the schoolyard. Earlier, they asked me to write the challenge letter for them. A little worried, actually. Well, not just about the race, but also about whether or not I spelled something wrong. So, what's your honest opinion? Age difference really matters when you're as young as they are. Do you really think they can beat the 6th graders?
We're just gonna have to believe in them.
Yeah, you're right. A coach has to believe in her team. And they've all trained so hard, too. They'll be fine, right? After all, they learned from us. Then why am I feeling so nervous? It's gonna be okay. I'm sure they can win.
I feel a bond forming with Yuko. It seems we've grown closer. And rank 6 for strength. Another social link that we're making excellent progress on.
Come to think of it, I should have asked you to write the challenge letter. I probably should have used bigger words. Ugh, I'll be so embarrassed if those 6th graders laugh at it.
Yuko and I walked home together. Cutting to FES real quick, because we'll be ending the video in Reload today. Let's hang out with Chihiro. That's all we're really going to do today. We'll also, of course, be playing the quiz game at night, getting a cool +6 academics between that and studying. Very nice. And, of course, we get a ring on our cell phone when we return to the dorm. This is Elizabeth. I'm calling to inform you of a change in Tartarus. I believe a path that was blocked is now open. I thought you would like to know. I wish you a safe journey. Additionally, a whole new batch of requests is available from Elizabeth now. Plus, of course, we can head to Tartarus with Fuka, something that is, of course, also available to us in Reload and Portable at this stage.
Hi, how was your day?
Since I'll be substituting for Mitsuru-senpai from now on, just tell me if you want to go to Tartarus. I'll do my best. I have faith in you, Fuka. I think you're going to be a wonderful addition to the team. I'm still waiting on my card, Inari. Anyway, we don't have much to do in Persona 3 Portable. We're just gonna hang out with Maiko, and then we will move on with the rest of the video.
Yamagishi-san, are you in there?
Yes, come in.
I think we should start heading to the command room and... Huh? You already finished unpacking? I was planning on helping you out later, too.
Well, I didn't have too much with me, so I finished a lot sooner than I expected.
Oh, are you good with computers by any chance? You think you could teach me? I'm really not good with stuff like that.
Sure, if you'd like me to.
Are you looking into something?
Yes. I figured I should know everyone's defining characteristics and whatnot to prepare for battle. I can't do any actual fighting, so I need to make myself useful.
Oh, I see. You're a really hard worker, Yamagishi-san. And you've got an amazing ability, too. Now that I think about it, everyone in this dorm is pretty amazing, huh? Sanada-senpai is hands down one of the strongest. And our leader has a power unlike anyone else's. I bet Kirijo-senpai is strong, too. And Junpei... well, he's... whatever. But what do I have? I'm only half the person everyone else here is. I couldn't even do anything the last full moon. Maybe I don't need to be here after all.
That's not true at all.
Huh?
I was told that a persona is the power of the soul, also known as your other self. That's why I think a person's personality and feelings are reflected in their persona. For example, Takeba-san, your persona has healing powers, right? That's because there's a kindness in you that no one else has.
I'm not kind at all. I just don't want to see anyone go down or get hurt, that's all. Come on. I think Ikutsuki-san's gonna be here soon. Oh, and you can just call me Yukari. I hope you like it here, Fuka.
I'm sure I will. Thank you, Yukari-chan.
Sorry for calling you all again so soon, but I brought something special today. Well, let me just show you before I get into explaining what it is. I'd like to provide you with some new equipment. After spending quite some time in development, we're now ready for the battle testing phase. The shadows are getting stronger. You just barely won the last battle. We can only assume they'll grow even more powerful still. That's why you all need something more to stay in the fight. From now on, I want everyone to use these during your operations. Combat gear, complete with a matching armband. And your new trump card in the battle against the shadows. Cartridges that enable the use of Theurgy.
What is Theurgy?
Theurgy means spiritual magic that could reach the gods in Greek. To put it simply, it synchronizes with the user's emotions, and when the right conditions are met, allows them to unleash an attack of immense power.
Oh, you're talking about signature attacks. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for something like this. Okay, how does it work?
Well, about that. It's a bit difficult to explain. I think it might be easier if you just try it out for yourselves.
Alright, I can live with that.
Hold on. Isn't it dangerous to use something like this without knowing how it works?
Oh, don't worry about that. It's been well tested and determined completely safe. Oh, there's a manual for it as well. Take a look at it if you feel the need. Well, I'm sure glad I made it in today. With Yamagishi-kun joining us, Kirijo-kun can go back to being a frontline fighter. That means Seize is going to have a new lineup after today. And what better time than now to roll out this new weapon? Don't you agree? Oh, would you look at the time? I'd like to talk more about this, but I've been quite busy with the investigation into those large shadows. I think we're on the verge of a breakthrough, though, so I'll be sure to let you know what we find out soon. Okay, I'm leaving the rest to you, Kirijo-kun.
And there he goes.
I sort of thought this before, but he's rather laid back, isn't he?
More like careless.
It's fine. We should just give it a go like the chairman said.
In fact, since everyone's already here, now might be the best opportunity. Let's head into Tartarus and try out our new equipment. I've been wanting to get back into the swing of things anyway. And this will serve as a good test of our team lineup with Yamagishi as backup. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Man, this trump card stuff is getting me so pumped up. I'm gonna be all like, take this, Super Ace Junpei attack! Or something like that.
I'm a little nervous since it's my first time, but I'll follow your lead.
All right. We'll go into Tartarus once everyone is geared up.
Understood.
Oh man, this is awesome! We're like a super elite task force.
Come on, could you at least wear it like you're supposed to? Oh, but it does look like everyone's outfits are a bit different.
Each one is made to complement our physiques and fighting styles. And we're testing the prototype out on me. But it feels even better than it did before.
It's very light and sturdy. I wonder if it's the same materials they use in the military, or maybe even the ones for spacesuits.
Seems like this armband isn't just for decoration either.
According to the manual, there are a bunch of different features built into it. For example, it can give you a readout of your vitals. What else? There's also a function that notifies you when you can use your theurgy?
And what does that do exactly?
Sorry, it doesn't look like there's much information about that. All I can tell is that you load the cartridge into your evoker to use it.
Then let's make that our objective for today. Make sure to stay alert, everyone. All right, Yamagishi. You're going to be our backup, just like I mentioned before. This time, I'll be joining the rest of you in battle.
I'm going too. I gotta make sure my skills are still sharp.
Me too.
All right. Then including our leader, that will be our team.
Wait, I wanna go too! I was so ready for this! You can't just put me on standby!
We can't go without our leader. You stay here and support Yamagishi.
Come on, only you can do that, Junpei. You're our No, wait. Gotta keep our ace in reserve.
Oh, really? When you put it that way, how can I refuse? Don't worry, Fuka. Nothing's getting past me.
Okay.
There he goes again. Fuka, if it gets too dangerous, just leave him behind. And don't be afraid to smack him if he tries anything funny.
Okay, got it.
Huh? You get it?
Yamagishi, could you scout the area and find a good floor for us to start on?
Okay. It seems different in here from before.
Well, that's nothing new, right?
No, not like that. It seems distorted. It's probably just temporary. I'll try and find a stable floor for us to start on.
You can tell that much already? Wow, Fuka.
It could be because we didn't enter the usual way last time. Or because of those huge shadows. We have no idea what's gonna happen in here. Not that I'm complaining, though.
All right, let's go.
Oh, that new sword looks pretty cool. And this bow I got is really light and looks pretty easy to use. I can't wait to see it in action.
So, the chairman got us all new weapons too, huh? Guess we should be thanking him.
He barely explained anything, though. Sometimes I can't tell if he's actually helpful or not.
All of this has been custom made for us. You can tell because of the C's mark engraved on everything. As always, you're in command. And make sure to check the equipment before we get started.
Sounds like a good idea, Mitsuru, so let's take a look at all this new junk that we got. We got a slew of new things to work with, so of course the C's sword doesn't have any special abilities, but what the heck, it's a huge attack power boost, so it'll be a good way to beef up our all-out attacks. The C's longbow, much more accurate than the toy bow, even if it's not that much stronger. And of course we've got some C's knuckles for Akihiko. We'll just put those on him right away. Since Mitsuru is newly joining us, she just automatically comes equipped with her C's cheese rapier. And yes, Mitsuru is our new party member here, so this is going to be our first opportunity to look at her. Let's just see what she has on her persona. Mitsuru specializes in ice magic. She also picks up some status ailment skills along the way, and will pick up some single target healing. New to Persona 3 Reload, she also has the Rakunda debuff, which actually makes her pretty handy to have along in boss fights for weakening the bosses and increasing the amount of damage you deal with them. Now, Fuka, on the other hand, she is not a combatant. She is purely a navigator. She is our backup support, and she can analyze shadows after one round of combat passes. She can fully analyze them to show us our weaknesses. Of course, in Persona 3 FES and Portable, she still functions as a scanner in much the same way that Mitsuru does. After around 3 or so actions, she'll be able to display the enemy's information. Compared to Mitsuru, though, Fuka is able to also display the enemy's skills, so you can know exactly what they're going to be able to do to you. She also has field abilities she can use, like jamming, which prevents detection by enemies until entering battle or changing floors. This is a new ability to Persona 3 Reload. Speaking of new abilities, once she hits level 26, which Fuka will always be gaining experience in the background as we get into battles, she will be able to apply Rakukaja and Tsukukaja to the entire party before we start battles. Sylphid Aura is an amazingly useful ability, so Fuka picked up some pretty good bonuses in Persona 3 Reload. That's not why we're really here, though. We want to test out our new Theurgy abilities. This is, again, another new mechanic to Persona 3 Reload, and probably one of the bigger and more notable additions to the gameplay. When I'm geared up, just like everyone else, it really gets me psyched up. Alright, so, where are we gonna go? Yeah, let's send us into the fray, Fuka. I'll try to guide you to more stable floor. I can't go with you, but I'll do my best to back you up from here.
Looks like we're here. Yamagishi, do you copy?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you picking up any shadows?
It looks like there's one close by. Be careful.
All right, let's head over there and feel things out.
Alright. Tartarus seems a little, out of sorts, though. We don't even know what floor number we're on. Also, since we're in Tartarus, we might have the straight chance to pick up a little bit of money. Could definitely use that if I get more Arca wall pieces.
You're approaching a shadow. Get ready for battle.
Roger that. I'm always ready.
Leader, are you ready?
And I was born ready, Mitsuru. Alright, time to get Mitsuru into the fray. She's just going to...
I'm far more in my element here. Let me show you that I haven't lost my touch.
Let's go. And that's a layout.
There we go. Perfect first battle for Mitsuru. Let's wipe him out with an all-out attack. Okay, maybe not wipe them out with an all-out attack, but pretty close, pretty close. Unfortunately, these guys are not vulnerable to anything that Yukari or Akihiko can do, so we'll just have to wait for my turn to roll around, and then we can blast them with an Agi spell. There we go. Kinda wish we finished off with the all-out attack there, but whatever, you can't always get what you want. No shuffle time either, but at least we got some materials.
Looks like everything went well.
Fuka, you were amazing! Great job!
Thank you, Yukari-chan. I still sense some enemies nearby. Keep an eye out if you decide to engage them.
Oh, we're engaging them, all right.
Yeah, we actually need the resources, so I'm with Akihiko on this. We need to fight everything that we come across. We were forced into coming to Tartarus anyway, so may as well take advantage of everything we get here. Kinda wish I was getting something aside from Lifestones, but I can probably sell this Snuff Soul if nothing else. Come on, where are the bad guys? We need to fight more things. Hey, there's a baddie over there. Let's sneak around over here and take this guy out. Well, the combat uniform seems to be working out, but what about that Theurgy thing? Yamagishi, have you figured out anything on your end? I'm sorry, it's still unclear. I'm picking up something during battle, though.
I see.
There's no pressure, just continue your observation. Yeah, I really want to show off this theurgy mechanic. I'm interested to see... Ooh, Twilight Fragment. Sorry, sorry. I was like just a toddler having keys dangled in front. Ooh, 2 Fierce Sutras. That's actually really good to get. That casts Matarukaja on the entire party. That's a 50% attack buff to everyone. That's pretty handy to just get from a random chest. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Man, I'm just so distracted by all the goodies here. Let's see, we got another shadow to find, so we'll ignore the stairs for right now. See if we can't track down this last enemy, take him out, and maybe, just maybe, figure out how this whole theurgy lark works. Also, we've got this Patra gems over here. That's fine. I'll take them. I'll take them. Not exactly the greatest reward we could get, but I haven't really been purchasing any status cures up to this point since we really haven't had the spare money, so, oh, jeez, where is it? Okay, there he is.
We see them. Let's take these guys down. I no longer detect any shadows. All the ones on this floor have been defeated.
It's all coming back to me. It would be wise for me to keep battling.
Let's keep going then. Let's head to the stairs that lead up.
Alright, sounds good to me. Nothing too eventful has happened on this floor. In fact, we mostly just got the same encounters over and over again, but hey, more materials.
Hang on. I'm sensing something on the floor above us. Something strange.
Is it some kind of powerful shadow?
No, it feels similar to the distortion I felt earlier.
Roger. Let's move carefully and assess the situation when we get upstairs.
Huh? What? Why is it all dark? Where did everyone go? Please, everybody, just stay calm. It looks like you were all sent to different locations on this floor.
So they separated us by force.
There's danger lurking in this darkness. We need to regroup as soon as possible. Yamagishi, can you guide us?
Why now? Fuko, where should I go if I want to... Yukari-chan, look out! Huh? Leader, you're here! Not again. Everyone's always protecting me. I'm getting hurt because of it. What am I even doing? Yukari-chan! Fuka, I need you to back me up. I'll hold this thing off until everyone else gets here. Focus. Hit. One more. Yo! Wait, is this? Yukari-chan, load the cartridge into your evoker! I know. Now's the time.
Theurgy activation. When emotions run high in battle, you or your party members will be able to activate Theurgy. Theurgy can be activated on your turn when your Theurgy gauge is at max. Unlike normal skills, they do not cost HP or SP. Press RT to activate your Theurgy. Please note that it cannot be used while you are afflicted with a status ailment. So, Theurgies are essentially our limit breaks in Persona 3 Reload. They are often highly powerful attack skills or immensely powerful support skills. Right now, most of them are attacking skills, like Yukari's Cyclone Arrow does severe wind damage to the enemy and ignores resistances. So, if the enemy was immune to wind skills, this could still hit them. Do note, though, that if the enemy is weak to it, it doesn't ignore weakness, so it does still do bonus damage if it hits an enemy's weakness, just in case you may have been worried about that.
Alright, here I go! Are you okay? I'm sorry. It was all my fault.
Hey, no, that's fine. What even was that just now?
I don't really know. My body just sort of took control.
Takeba, leader!
Looks like you both are okay.
Sorry I worried everyone.
It's all right. You did well in handling an unexpected situation.
Maybe we should consider starting over. Let's head back to the entrance for now.
Good work out there, team!
I'm sorry. I should have been able to navigate better.
It's okay. You did great for your first time.
I agree. I'm convinced that you're the one we need on support.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Fuka.
I didn't do anything. It was all you, Yukari-chan.
That special attack sure was cool though, Yuka-tan. How'd you do it?
How? I just focused really hard and thought to myself, I have to do whatever it takes. And while I was thinking that, I kind of felt something surging inside me.
The chairman did say the cartridge would synchronize with our emotions.
Right. Although, I'm still not entirely sure how it works. From what I could tell, it reacted to Yukari-chan's strong emotions.
So this weapon gives the user strength beyond their limits when their emotions are heightened?
I don't really get it. But basically, if we're fired up enough, we can really pop off, right?
And thanks to you, Yukari-chan, we have a good idea of how it works. From now on, I should be able to tell when someone can use theirs.
Alright, all thanks to Yukari, and I am kind of dying to try it for myself, but let's not rain on Yukari's parade.
I didn't do much. I just got lucky. I don't know much more than anyone else.
I'll do more research into how the syncing with emotions works later. Everyone has different feelings when they're fighting, so the timing on when they can use these will probably be different too.
I'd like to give it a go myself, but we should call it a day for now. We can't overwork our leader, and we've got some time until the next full moon.
I'm a little worried about the change with the floors, though. What if something like that happens again?
Yes. If something has changed in the tower, we'll need to be extra careful when exploring from now on. In any case, we may have had some problems, but we learned a lot today. Not only did we get to test our new lineup and equipment, but we also got to see that we're all improving at a remarkable pace.
Aw, Kirijo-senpai! Quit buttering me up. Just leave everything to Junpei Iori, the soon-to-be MVP.
Maybe I shouldn't be the one to say this, but you literally didn't do anything today.
All allies can now use Theurgy.
Hello, this is Elizabeth speaking. I'm calling in regard to a recent change in Tartarus. It seems that a path that had been blocked off is now open. I thought it prudent to inform you. Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
Elizabeth said that the previously blocked path is now open. I should check it out next time I go to Tartarus, and we will be doing that in due time. Of course, it being Sunday, we get a whole load of text messages coming up in our phone, people blowing up our DMs and all that. Well, okay, maybe just 2 people. We'll check those out later, cause this video has been running quite long. That was a bit of an extensive demonstrative session that we got there with the Theurgy. Let's just take a look at our team here and see if we can check out what everybody's Theurgy is now. So, let's see, we've got Yukari over here. Of course, we've got her Cyclone Arrow, and Yukari gets a bonus to her her theurgy gauge when she heals people. After healing someone, her desire to present death strengthens. This fills up her theurgy gauge by about 20%. Everybody gets a tick on their theurgy gauge whenever it's their turn, and they also get a tick when the baton is passed to them. But everybody has a unique trigger for getting additional points on their theurgy gauge, though the amount they get varies depending on how easy or difficult it is to trigger the effect. Let's see, over here, we've got cadenza. So the skill does exist in this game. Cadenza works just like it did in Persona 3. Well, actually, no, it's slightly buffed from Persona 3 FES and Portable. Now it applies Ma Sukukaja, so it raises our accuracy in addition to our evasion, and lasts an extra turn, and still gives us the 50% HP restore. So pretty useful, pretty useful. And our bonus to our theurgy gauge comes when we switch personae. Not exactly a super useful condition for it, and it doesn't fill up the gauge too much by extra, so you're mostly going to be getting theurgy from baton passes than anything else. I'm sorry, shifts. Gotta get my terminology right. Over here, Junpei has Hack and Blast, deals severe slash damage to one foe, ignoring resistances, and Junpei gets bonuses from landing critical hits. If only we had ways to boost Junpei's critical chance. Well, that'll be coming in due time. Akihiko over here has Lightning Spike, heavy elect damage to all foes. He's got a multi-targeting theurgy, ignoring resistances and having a low chance to shock enemies. After strengthening himself, his fighting spirit rises. This one is very, very misleading. The way this actually works is that Akihiko gets bonus to his theurgy gauge whenever he starts a turn with a buff in effect. This is not the same as casting a buff on him, though I'm not sure if that actually does affect anything. He definitely, though, gets a bonus to his theurgy gauge when he starts a turn with a buff in effect. Mitsuru over here, after weakening enemies or inflicting an ailment, her will burns brighter, so she has to use debuffs or ailments, and she can use Blizzard Edge, severe ice damage to one foe, ignoring resistances with a high chance to freeze. Incredibly powerful attack, especially with the right things to augment it. And Fuka Yamagishi also has her own theurgy, Oracle, grants one random positive effect to all allies. This one can do a lot of different things, and we'll see just what this can accomplish for us when we get a chance to use it. Fuka gets bonuses to her theurgy gauge by analyzing enemies. So that's all that established. We'll get to see these get plenty of use throughout the rest of the game, but that will have to be saved for future videos. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.